I'll ask you to stick to 5 if you can.
Yes, ma'am. Chairman Boxer, Senator Danhoff, and members of the committee. Good morning. My name is Andrew Hermman. I serve on the Board of Direction of the American Society of Civil Engineers. I'm chairman of the 2009 Report Card for America's Infrastructure Advisory Council, and I'm a senior partner of Hardesty & Hanover, a transportation consulting engineering firm headquartered in New York. During my 35-year career, I've been responsible for many of the firm's major bridge projects with experience in inspection, rating, design, rehabilitation, and construction of bridges. Let me start by thanking you for holding this hearing. I can say there are few infrastructure issues of greater importance to Americans today than bridge safety. In that respect, I'm pleased to voice ASE's strong support of the National Highway System Bridge Reconstruction and Inspection Act, which would provide dedicated funding to the states to repair, rehabilitate, and replace structurally deficient bridges on the national highway system. And I also would like to say that ASE strongly supports the National Highway Trust Fund fix. More than 4 billion vehicles cross bridges in the United States every day, and like all man-made structures, bridges deteriorate. Deferred maintenance accelerates deterioration and causes bridges to be more susceptible to failure. In 2005, ASE issued the latest in a series of assessments of the nation's infrastructure. Our 2005 Report Card for America's Infrastructure found that as of 2003, 27.1% of the nation's bridges were structurally deficient or functionally obsolete, an improvement from the 28.5% in the year 2000. In fact, over the past 15 years, the number of deficient bridges has steadily declined from 34.6% in 1992 to 25.6% in 2007. However, this improvement is contrasted with the fact that 1 in 3 urban bridges was classified as structurally deficient or functionally obsolete, which is much higher than the national average. For another perspective, the 10-year improvement rate from 1994 to 2004 was 5.8% fewer deficient bridges. If we project this rate forward from 2004, it will take into the year 2050 to remove all deficient bridges. Unfortunately, the rate of deficient bridge reduction from 1998 to 2006 is actually decreasing. Using the current projections from 2006, all deficient bridges will not be eliminated now until the year 2063. Progress has been made in the past in removing deficient bridges, but our progress is now slipping or leveling off. The Federal 2006 Highway Administration's Condition and Performance Report estimated that at all levels, $12.4 billion in total should be spent on bridge repairs annually. In 2008, the American Association of State Highway and Transportation Officials last month pegged the total price tag at $140 billion to repair or modernize the nation's bridges. There is clearly a demonstrated need to invest additional resources in our nation's bridges. The National Bridge Inspection Standards, in place since the early 70s, require biennial safety inspections of bridges to be performed by qualified inspectors. Approximately 83% of our bridges are inspected once every 2 years. Standard condition evaluations are documented for individual bridge components as well as ratings for the functional aspects of the bridge. These ratings are weighted and combined into an overall sufficiency rating for the bridge, which can define it as structurally deficient or functionally obsolete, both of which trigger the need for remedial action. Bridge inspection services should not be considered a commodity. Currently, NBIS regulations do not require bridge inspectors to be professional engineers, but do require individuals responsible for load rating the bridges to be PEs. ASE believes that non-PE bridge inspectors and technicians may be used for routine inspection procedures and records, but the pre-inspection evaluation, the actual inspection, ratings, and condition evaluation should be performed by registered professional engineers experienced in bridge design and inspection. The bridge engineer may have to make immediate decisions to close a lane, to close an entire bridge, or to prohibit truck traffic on a bridge to protect the public safety. ASE strongly supports quick action to enact the NHS Bridge Reconstruction and Inspection Act, which would authorize additional funds to repair, rehabilitate, and replace structurally deficient bridges on the national highway system. This is accomplished through improving the bridge inspection requirements, providing dedicated funding for structurally deficient NHS bridges, distributing funds based on public safety and need, and establishing a bridge reconstruction trust fund. A thorough review of current bridge inspection requirements seems appropriate. ASCE strongly supports the requirement that bridge inspections be performed by registered professional engineers who are certified bridge inspectors. The initiatives compliance reviews of state bridge inspection programs and increased emphasis on steps to address structurally deficient bridges are vital to improving state bridge programs and must emphasize bridge safety, not bureaucracy. Additional funding to repair, rehabilitate, and replace structurally deficient HS would be a complement to the current FHWA bridge program because of the emphasis on the NHS bridges. National Highway System bridges carry a large percentage, more than 70% of all traffic on bridges. Of the over 116,000 bridges on the National Highway System, 6,175 are structurally deficient, including nearly half, 22,830, which are part of the interstate system.
Mr. Hermman, could you sum up, because we're running out of time and I want to make sure everybody gets heard. So just give me your sum up.
Okay. Improving the safety of the nation's bridges is an important goal, while the rest of the nation's infrastructure faces just as many needs. The ASC's 2005 report card for America's infrastructure gave the nation's infrastructure a cumulative grade of D. ASE is now working on and will release its next report card in March of 2009, with the expectation that continued underinvestment and delayed maintenance over the past 3 years will result in grades that have not improved significantly, if at all. Successfully and efficiently addressing the nation's infrastructure issues will require a long-term, comprehensive nationwide strategy, including identifying potential financing methods and investment requirements. For the safety and security of our families, we as a nation can no longer afford to ignore this growing problem. Aging infrastructure represents a growing threat to public health, safety, and welfare, as well as the economic well-being of our nation.
I think that sums
Thank
it up.
you.
Appreciate it.